Well, there is becoming very little difference between YouTube and the now moment. The word boob is in tube, or the word tube is boob, so you're not allowed to be on YouTube because of boob. So notice that people are different on social media than they are in real life. As Pogo pointed out, I'm not going to yell for you people. In fact, if I sense that I'm about to yell, I'll just stop this video, because that's not going to keep happening. You really don't want to yell yourself, or yell in ecstasy, yell in bliss, yell in power, but yell out of frustration, yell out of fear. I don't think you want that. So the world still waits for a trophy for existing. You want me to look into the camera so that you can steal my presence. You are presence thieves. You eat dog food. Dog food. And so I'm a fool, F-O-O-L, until you've had food. Until your belly is full of food, I am a fool. So, if you pay attention, you'll notice that there are elementals that would like to merge before your eyes and play with you. You are free to enjoy my presence itself, that is to say, the light behind my eyes, or the awareness behind my being that I am, but you cannot steal my presence. You cannot eat it. And so notice how different you are when this camera is not on my face. Eckhart Tolle is in the now here with me, and he's verifying this same thing where he has friends that interact with him very differently, but when the camera's up recording Eckhart Tolle, they're completely different. They are jealous that he's getting somehow credit for talking about self-remembering. Self-remembering. And so you're completely different. Please do 180 degrees and stay there. If you sense there's hatred in the world, who is to blame? You notice that there is a problem in the world. Who do you think is supposed to solve that problem? So you're trying to command me to look at the camera so that you could steal my presence. Your instinctive center knows my eye is not on the camera and is basically trying to command me to fix my eye on the camera. Please do 180 degrees and stay there. Please share with your network for them to do 180 degrees and stay there. Why won't you share that with your network? You don't believe in the 180 degrees light code. You believe other light codes work, just not the 180 degrees light code. Why? Because you hate yourself. If you have to be aware of yourself, you hate it. So if you sense that there's hatred in the world, transform it into a higher state. There is no substitute for the transformation of negative emotions. There is no substitute for it. So I'm expected to talk like some sort of radio DJ or disc jockey because the camera's up, but while I'm talking out loud normally to my network, they're much different than when the camera comes up. They hate the fact that I'm getting credit for talking about these things. They don't know what I'm saying. They just want me to be framed beautifully in the shot. You want it to be a beautiful shot like this, no? Perfectly balanced, but you don't care what I'm saying. So as you record your videos, you might choose to talk clearly into the microphone instead of force us to really struggle to hear what your video is about. So elementals would like to appear before us, and we can experience them for magic. I'm not going to yell for you. And, basically until you experience the magic of your own body, you won't appreciate these elementals. And so Tanis Helliwell wrote a book called Summer with a Leprechaun. And in this book, I'm not pretentious. And if your conscience is awake, you know I'm not pretentious. But your conscience is asleep. So you know that I'm pretentious. You think I'm pretending to be conscientious. So you call me pretentious. Because I'm pretending to be conscientious. Because you pretend to be conscientious. So you call everything pretentious in your mind, but you won't say it with your mouth. So Tanis Helliwell wrote a book called Summer with a Leprechaun, wherein this leprechaun taught her that her body is a body elemental. I don't need to cry, by the way. If I feel like crying, I do. So your projection that I need to cry is insane. So the body is a body elemental. This body here is a body elemental. It is a human elemental. And so if I want to verify that elementals are real, first of all, I can feel and look at my body. So notice that if this camera was down, I would be talking much differently. But while the camera's up, I have to talk much more differently because you hate that I'm getting credit for posting on YouTube. You won't do it yourself. So if everybody who wanted to post on YouTube was doing it, would there be hatred of people posting on YouTube? Everybody wants their own TV channel. In the past, there used to be very few TV channels, and now there are billions of them. We don't need to drink coffee. We don't need to drink coffee. Divided attention means being aware of yourself internally and being aware of yourself externally, which is different than 180 degrees. 180 degrees means go inside and open your heart. That's what that means. Divided attention means be aware of yourself externally and internally. Divided attention. So we would not need coffee. Right now, my arm is getting tired because of haters. The haters are sucking the soul out of my body so that I have to put the camera down. And I should not be becoming weak. I should not be becoming weak. Why do people drink coffee? Do they need to drink coffee? You have just had a cup of coffee and now you're starting to fall asleep. So you have to have a second cup of coffee or else you'll start falling asleep. A third cup of coffee. There's a show called Pawn Stars on the History Channel, and one of the stars of that show was recorded saying that he drinks 9 cups of coffee per day. So some people drink 9 cups of coffee per day. Do they need that? I'm not going to yell for you. Do 180 degrees. You can't understand how I am this powerful, but you could understand it. Wouldn't you rather try and understand how I'm this powerful rather than delete my power? You would rather delete the power of people than to learn how they became powerful? I could teach you how I became powerful. I could record it and post it on YouTube. I am powerful. So, sex is Sananda Eric Ecstasy. S-E-X. Sananda Jesus Eric Ecstasy. Until you feel ecstasy, you are my bitch. You are a bitch. You are not your one flame. You argue between men and women, that you pride yourself on arguing between men and women. Yes, I have coffee-stained teeth. I have to say this every video. So that means the viewer is not hearing what I'm saying on each video because I have coffee-stained teeth. Maybe that's your awareness that I shouldn't be drinking coffee at all. Do 180 degrees. So Joshua Drew said that coffee is addicting. Coffee is addicting. So now you sense that because you, in your DNA, know what I'm saying already, you don't have to see it on YouTube, but is there a replacement for my voice, my face, the gestures that I'm making? You want me to sit up straighter because you give me permission to sit up straighter. Maybe that's your awareness that I should be sitting up straighter. You are fed up with Sananda Eric Ecstasy. I don't think so. Ecstasy. You are fed up with Sananda Eric Ecstasy. Sex? No, you're a sex addict. You are a sex addict. You're not fed up yet.